Do you miss the right moment when you're on location photographing wildlife and boom, it's gone? Why? Because you were futzing around with your camera. Now you are left with images that are either overexposed, underexposed, or worse, they're blurry. This is not your fault. We all know wildlife just does not stay in place and they don't even listen to you. But you want a perfectly exposed photograph, super sharp and full of emotions. How do you get that? It's about controlling your emotions, not really controlling the camera. In this video, you're going to learn how to control your emotions when photographing. And that will get you the perfect photo you are looking for. Alright guys, let's get into it. Hey guys, this is Ejaz. I am a fashion and a wildlife photographer here in New York. After shooting for designers, magazines, art galleries, fine art prints, I have realized that we have a tendency of making photography difficult. Let's break it down. Let's make it super easy. Make it simple in your mind first and everything else will fall into place. Guys, let's make photography easy. Alright guys, so let's get into this. There are three things that I normally think of before I get into a shoot that helps me stay calm while I'm on location and not fumble around and think of 10 different things.
These are my best buddies, okay?
As photographers, we plan things months, sometimes years into it. And when the time comes, the pressure builds, and the pressure builds because we waited for such a long time and now the moment is there and you are on location and you are waiting for the Arctic wolf or you're waiting for the horses to run or you're waiting for the bird to fly, whatever the case is. As humans, we are pressured because we've invested so much time into it. Now we must come back with something, right? So these are the three things that help me stay calm and hopefully they will help you stay calm as well. Number one thing is settings of your camera. Number two is knowing how many images you want out of this shoot. Number three, which is weird, but it is true, knowing your camera. Close your eyes and know your camera. Touch your camera and you should know exactly where you're touching the camera. Yeah, it's weird. I know that. Let's go to number one. If you have watched my videos in the past, you will see that I prepare for my shoot. What I do, I determine my ISO, so I'm not fumbling around on set. I determine my f-stop, so I'm not fumbling around on set. And then when I am on location, I determine my shutter speed. There's a link at the bottom in the description that you can go see that and how I do it and so on. Photographers live with pressure, period. But you can reduce the pressure by controlling your camera before you get on location. Now you've eliminated half or 1/3 of your tension. The other one is very simple. What it is that you say to yourself, I am going to go on location and say I'm photographing trumpeter swans. Look who's behind me. Look at that. They are huge, but look at how gorgeous they are. And I want this out of the trumpeter swan. This is what I want to show my audience. Or this is what I want for myself because it makes me happy. If you determine what makes you happy or what will make your audience happy, if the trumpeter swan is not giving that to you, you're not going to take it, right? If the trumpeter swan is not giving me what I want, I am not shooting. I'm going to wait and wait and wait. And I have already told myself that is the image I want. Now, how many of those images do I want? I only want one. I can't have 10 of the same looking images. So I choose one with the trumpeter swan and the neck looking beautiful and so on. One time. What does that do? Now you're shooting hundreds of images. And if you're shooting hundreds of images, out of there you want one. It's easy to get one photograph if you know what you are looking for. If you are going to spray and pray, we know that term very well. If you're going to spray and pray, sorry, you've already lost the game.
Game over.
It is not to spray and pray. It is to know the animal behavior, to know when you are going to get what you want, and that's when you push the trigger. You have to know that, because if not, you're going to come back with thousands of images, and then you're going to start to think, I like this and I like that and I like that. All I'm saying to you is determine how many images you want before you get on location. Determine what kind of images you want before you get on location. Yes, come back with a variation of 10, 20, 30 of them. That's it. That will reduce your tension. That will stop you from spraying and praying. That will stop you on location being tensed about everything. It will make you calm, because I'm walking in with, hey, I'm going to come back with one photograph. That's all I want. One photograph. And what is that photograph? That photograph is the horse going up on his toes, and I want the tail to go this way and I want the hair to go this way. I already have it here. Make it simple in your mind first, and everything else will fall into place. If I have it here, I'm going to wait for it to happen in physical life, and boom, all it takes is one. That's it. Tension eliminated totally on getting crazy amount of photographs. And the third thing, it's knowing your camera. I sleep with the camera in bed. My wife laughs at me at times. Weird, if you want to call me, fine. I have the camera sometimes when I'm watching TV. I do what I do sometimes, just hang around with the camera in my hand. If I close my eyes and touch any button, I know which button I am touching. It's a sensory thing. For the most part, when I am on location and I have people around with me and the horses are running, and it's such a planned shoot, right? The horses are running because I've asked the rancher to make the horse run. Guess what happens? They start to panic. Oh my God, is my shutter speed right? Oh my God, is my aperture right? And the horses have gone already. Now what? You have nothing. Now that is a planned wildlife shoot. Go to an unplanned wildlife shoot, go to the Arctic, where the Arctic wolf shows up just like that without any notice. You're going to fumble. How are you going to lessen the burden? By knowing your camera. We are all adults. We know where the buttons are. This one does this and this one does that. That is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is close your eyes, hold the camera, and go, okay, this is my shutter, this is my ISO. Also know I am on ISO this, right? Also know I'm going to move the shutter 2 clicks on the right, 2 clicks on the left if I have to take it up or take it down. Knowing that is one thing, feeling that is another. I promise you guys, follow these 3 tips. There are 10 of them, there are 20 of them. I don't know how to make a short 10-minute video because I'm told to make 10-minute videos and give you guys all this information. So maybe I'll come back with more on this one, but these are the 3 tips that are going to make your tension less on location, which means you are going to get the image you want. I hope this has been really helpful, guys. I will speak to you guys soon in the next one. Thank you.